Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Y'all. How are we doing, guys? What's going on? I'm coming now. Uh, just trying to get these people. Okay. All right. How's everybody doing? What's going on? I'm just so excited to talk about this topic because a lot of people is always asking me, Rashida, how do you manifest money? Everything is money, 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 money. And I get it. I so get it. Um, I'm going to try not to make this video too long, but if you would just give me a second here. If you're watching me, just, let me know. And if this is a replay, put down below that is a replay so that, okay. Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to ask the Holy Spirit to have its way. All of you, none of me, that we may be able to reach all of you today. And you'll be able to understand exactly what I'm saying. I know there's a lot of stuff in the background. I was actually going to go into my place, my studio, the place that I built for all of this, but that's not how it happened this morning. I don't know. Anyway, we're here, right? Okay. So a lot of people just always ask me, Rashida, how do you manifest money? And for some time now that I've been working with Bob Proctor, God bless his soul. He's gone now, February, I think it was early February, yeah. The date, actually the day after I came back from travels. Okay. So a lot of us do not understand that when you think so much about money, 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 that's a lack of money. That's your limiting belief that you need money to do this, to do that, to do this. Instead of thinking about the money, think about what you want the money to do for you. Okay, let me give you an example. Many things that we're not taught. We're not taught these things in school. And sometimes our parents don't know it to teach us either. They don't know it. So when I learned about it, I was like, wow, I was already doing these things. And I didn't know that I was already doing these things. And I would just know that I would not think about the amount of money I need. I would just think about what I wanted to do with that money, or what that money was going to do for me, or how it would make me feel. Like, oh my God, if I'm able to get into this show, if I'm able to get this outfit, this is what, would make me happy. And it would just come. It's not magic or anything, but it would just come. Right? Okay. So if you are the person who is always like very fidgety about money, you never want to spend money, everything about you is money, 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 it's not going to come to you. It's not going to come to you. If you're the type that don't like to spend money, it's not going to come to you. I want you all to understand that we are living in a world of abundance. God has blessed us with so, so, so much abundance. I'm going to redo all of this again. I'm going to introduce myself. Hey guys, how are you? This is your very own Rashida Omalade Sule, and I'm so happy to be here today to talk to you about, or to ask you, what does your money mindset look like? What is a money mindset to you? If you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our family so that you can hear a whole lot more about this. Not just the money, but how your whole life could be fulfilled completely. Because my life has changed. Guys, my life has totally changed. And I'm just so excited and happy. And I just want to be able to help other people to get that type of joy that comes with no worry, but just knowing that everything is working itself out for your good. Everything is working itself out for your ultimate good. Now, back to the story of having your abundance, yeah, about money. A lot of people feel like if they have this money and they just hold on to it and don't spend it, that it would be accumulated. It would just continue to accumulate and become more and more and more. That's a poverty mindset. That's the lack of money mindset. That's thinking that if I don't do it this way, it would never grow, or it would not, I would not be able to have more. If I spend it, I'm losing. If I spend it, is not adding up, you know. I want to tell you that money is a spirit. It has to flow to you. It will flow to and through you. That's what it wants to do. It wants to flow to and through you. Spending money helps you to have money. Spending money happily, not when you spend it grudgingly. Some people that would need to use money to do things, and you would just see that it would not flow. They would not have more because they are doing it grudgingly. Oh, do this for your business. Do this for yourself. They begin to calculate down like, okay, this is how much I have in my bank account. And if I take out this much, then this is how much is going to be left. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm going to tell you some of the things that you need to do that's going to work for you. Okay? And then I'm going to tell you a story later on. When you have something that you want in your life, something is going to make you happy. Yeah? What you do is that you will say that God is your ultimate supply. And this thing that I'm thinking about that I really want is a divine idea. And it's going to be taken care of divinely. How the money's going to come is not really my problem. It's not my business. And it will come to you. Because you want that thing. Stay in the joy of expectancy. Stay in the joy that you have it. Another thing is, I hope you guys are hearing me. Okay. Another thing is, if you want something and you have a little bit of money, go get it. I'm not telling somebody who, you're looking at your bank account every day. Don't look at your bank account. Don't look. The only way you can understand what I'm saying is if you believe in the power that is sustaining you, which is the power of source, God. You believe in God that you don't see. Have you ever seen him before? You believe in the God that you don't see. Believe in the money that you don't see. You believe in a God that you don't see. Believe in the money that you don't see. Believe that that money is coming for you. Believe that it is yours. Is there a particular amount that is on your heart that you want to manifest, that you really want? Yeah. What would that money do for you? What would that money do for you? So instead of thinking about, I want $100,000, let me ask you this question. If you have $100,000, what would you do with it? What is that money for? What is that money for? So when you think about what you want to use that money for, get excited. Are you going to be happy if that money came and you were able to use it for what you want to use it for? How would you feel? How excited? Where will it, like, what it would do? I'm sorry, I want, what would it do for you? How would you feel if you had that money? So put that money aside and begin to think of what you want to use the money for. Is what you want to use that money for that allows that money to even come to you. It's not saying I want 100,000 or I want 20,000 or I want this amount of money. No, 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 no. What do you want to use that money for? And let's say you have that money, you use it for. Will you be excited? How would you feel? Let me tell you that everything in our life comes from the joy that we feel. Come from the joy that you feel. Today I'm talking about money, right? And something just popped in my mind. I'm going to talk about, a lot of you out there that wants a significant other. If that person was to be in your life, how would you feel? Carry that feeling along. If that money, amount of money was in your life, how would you feel? It's that feeling of it that produces the money. Your thoughts, your feelings, your action produces that money. So you have to know what would this money do for me? Okay, if I want to use this money to buy a house, how do you feel getting the house? So you begin to get excited. You begin to see yourself in that house, in the bedroom. You begin to see yourself cooking in that house. Trust me. It was so crazy because the other day I've always read, not always read, but when they talk about it, they say that you have to have the spirit of a child to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Like you have to be like a child again. You have to have that childlike spirit. Now let's talk. How do children act when they're still like 3, 4, 5, 6? They feel like they can do anything. They fantasize about these big things, huge things that they can do. They don't see anything limiting them from doing it. We have to think like that. We have to be like that again. Because heaven is fantasy. Yeah. You've never been there before. You don't know what it looks like. The God that you believe in, the God that you believe in is something that you've never really seen before. Someone that you've never seen before. So you have to start looking at it from a place of, if I don't see it, it doesn't exist. If I don't have it in my hands and feel it, it doesn't exist. Stop that. You know why? Because you don't see what's going on in your body, but it's working. It's working. We are living in a world of abundance, like I said earlier. We're living in a world of abundance. Everything that we need was created here before we were here. It's like, let's say you're expecting a baby. You begin to prepare the baby's room, the space for the baby. You begin to buy the clothes for the baby. You do everything that is going to make that baby comfortable. That's the way that our Creator, that's exactly what He did for us before He created us here. He did everything, created everything that we will ever need and want. Everything that we would never ever need and want before He finally created us here. What is money? It's just paper. It's just paper. How hard is it for you to think that you can have paper? You don't think hard. You don't think that it's hard. You can have paper. You don't think that it's hard. But now when you say money, it's a different shift. You have to change your money mindset. Hoarding money does not bring you more money. Not spending, not buying the things that you really want does not bring you more money. It does not save more money for you. It really doesn't. Not eating the amazing food that you want to eat. Shopping at low brand places because you want to save. No. Because the thing is, shopping at low brand places, it's really not making you happy. Are you feeling luxurious when you go to those places? Your feeling of money produces money. Your feeling of money produces money. So you have to change your mindset. Look at people that are doing real estate. I love when they close on new homes and they're taking pictures at the attorney's office and they're excited. They get this excitement. Even they don't understand that that's what produces another house for them. It's that feeling. It's that feeling. And the thing is, you got to be, when they say be grateful, you got to be grateful for what you have now. So stop looking into your bank and seeing it half empty rather than seeing it half full. Meaning, you go into your bank account and maybe you see less than a certain amount that you will want in there. And you just begin to just feel so sad. So sad, like, ugh. And you begin to speak this bank account, this bank, this, what am I going to do? I need this money. I need this money. You see that I need? Don't do I need. Don't look at your bank account and unknowingly cuss it. Don't look at your bank account and then you allow it to give you this feeling of, don't do that. How about you not look at your bank account? Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Or just imagine that the amount that you want is already in there. And like I said earlier, what are you going to use that money for is what you should really think about. And how is that going to make you feel? You want to use the money to maybe purchase anything. Maybe you want to purchase something. You want to buy something that makes you happy. You want to add money into your business. You want to be able to get a personal assistant that's going to help you out. You want the money for a down payment on a house. You want the money for an amazing car that would make you happy. You want money for your child's college. Whatever it is that you want that money for, think of that and how will it make you feel to have it already. That's all I want you to think about. And when you do that, what's going to naturally happen is you stay in that feeling until what you are looking for comes. Stay in that feeling. Stay in that feeling. Because a lot of people don't understand that even though they may not think that they are thinking lack and poverty. Poverty doesn't necessarily mean that you're living in poverty. It just means that your mindset towards money is that money is not enough. If I spend it, I'm not going to get more of it. That's the limiting belief. You will always have money. We are living in abundance. Remember, I need you to know that money is just paper. There's a paper that is an exchange. Like when you exchange it, you can exchange it to get what you want. Don't think of it as anything else than that. Somebody was asking me the other day, they said, Rashida, by the way, how much do you make? And I laughed because before I would just tell you. But then when I was in the program with Bob, and they asked Bob, by the way, how much do you make? How much are you worth or whatever? He says, I don't know. He said, because when I want money, I have money. I don't lack it. When I want money, I have money. When I want something, when I need anything, I just have it. Because I'm expecting everything that I need and want to already be there for me. Because nothing is created or destroyed. Everything that you will ever need or want is already here. How to fly a plane before the Warner Brothers did it. Everything that they needed to build that plane was already here. All they just had was an idea that they wanted to fly a plane. Or they wanted to, how will it be if we can get to our destinations faster? The person who built a car, everything that we need to build that car was already here. It was already here. The house, everything that we need to build our house is already here. There's nothing that you are creating. Everything has already been created here. You just have to get the idea or have an idea and pursue it. I explained something earlier and I said, money goes to whoever's spending it, not who's accumulating it. Go listen to some other people. I don't know what they're telling you. It doesn't come from accumulating it. I'm not telling you not to, put money in certain places or whatever. I'm not telling you not to have investments. But I'm going to tell you a story. It comes from who is spending it. Whether you're spending it on investments, you're buying land, you're building houses, and it's making you happy. You're buying a car that you like. You're carrying a bag that you like. You're wearing the shoes and clothes that you like, and you're doing it with joy. It's making you happy. Don't look at the people that are always competing to get money, that are always fighting and always, it's always like I'm gonna get it before you get it kind of thing. That's not the spirit of God. That's not the spirit of abundance. That's not the spirit of abundance. The spirit of abundance is spending that money knowing that when you want more, it's on its way. It's on its way. So I've been doing this money mindset thing now for a while, right? Not necessarily the money, but just knowing in my subconscious mind that whatever it is that I want, I can get, right? So, and as I'm teaching a lot of, the clients that are coming to me, as I'm teaching it and as we're going over it and I'm going over it with them, I just begin to realize that certain amounts would just be falling into my account. It would just fall into my account. Like there was a prior company that I was working with. I was working with them, and you're supposed to get residuals. And for some time, I didn't get any residuals. I didn't even see it as, I didn't think about it, right? And actually, it's been years, like maybe 6 years or 5 years since I've, worked with them. And when I got into changing my money mindset, calling money into my space, every place that it seemed as if money was stuck or what money was just hanging there, I would just get a text. Oh, Rashida, you got to check in the office. Rashida, you got to check in the office. Rashida, you got to check in the office. I'm like, and they're the ones running after me like, you need to come get this check. You're like, now it's 2 checks. Now it's 3 checks. Now 4 checks. Is when that only happens when you are in a space of abundance coming to you. When you are in a space, a mindset thinking that everything is working out for your good, that you will lack nothing. I'm telling you, there's nothing like being in that space. There's nothing like feeling that good, that you don't have to worry about anything. When you think about bills, how am I going to pay this bill? How am I going to pay for my child's whatever? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? And then you can't figure out how you're going to do it. Then you begin to think of other alternative ways of doing it. Then that may not be a way of peace. It may not be a good way to get it. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you are a salesperson, I wish I knew half of what I knew now. I wish I knew it when I was still doing sales. Because it would have been so much easier for not just me, but it would just been so much easier than competing. And I really don't compete. I just look at, okay, what is the next promotion that I want? Or how can I help the people on my team to get to where they want to be? And in doing that, I'm always able to get to the next level. I'm always able to move to the next level. I had no idea that you don't even have to go in levels. You can actually jump and be in, like, you can quantum leap your results. You can actually move from marketing director all the way to CEO if you want. It's all in your mind. And a lot of people say, oh yeah, I know, you have to change your mindset. How do you change your mindset if you don't know the step by step and how to stay in that space? You have to know how to do these things. You have to know how to be, we have such limiting beliefs that we grew up with. And it came from maybe your parents, maybe your environment. And because of that, money don't come to you the way it should. Everything in your life is a hustle. That hustle spirit is not good because you always have to continue to hustle. The mindset that money, if I don't build the next person, if I don't do this, if I don't do that, money's gonna stop. A tree don't stop growing unless you cut it off. And even if you cut it off, some stems still it'll grow. When you think of abundance, when you ask for abundance, know that you already have abundance. Know that it's all around you. Know that your life here wasn't created to be a life of struggle, wasn't created to be a life of hustle, wasn't created to be a life of competition, wasn't created to say, I'm better than this person. No one is better than anybody. We just all want different things at different times of our life. I remember I was listening to Joseph Murphy, and he said, there was this clergyman, and the clergyman, which is a pastor, he never talks about prosperity in his church. He never talks about prosperity in his church. But he was looking to, they were looking to build another church. And as they were looking to build another church, you don't talk about prosperity. Your people are not prospering. You're not really doing anything to, but all you're doing is praying, hoping and wishing. Hoping and wishing, it doesn't work. Hoping, hope something would just come drop on your lap. Wishing something would just happen. No. You can't do those things. You have to know. You have to be expectant. How does it make you feel? Believe. Believe. I was watching a video yesterday, and Bob said that that's one thing that Christians, Muslims, Buddhists, atheists, whoever they are, one thing that we all have in common, and that we all, know that is true, is that whatever it is that you're seeking, believe. There's something about you believing that it's for you, that you're entitled to this, you can have this. There's something in that belief. But if you don't believe, if your mindset is so limited that you don't believe that you are worthy of having this, then you just won't see it. You won't see it. So I'm going to give you a little bit of step. Let me see. Let me see something that I wrote here. I wrote some things down. Because sometimes when I don't write things down, I allow the spirit to flow. When the spirit now flows, whatever information that somebody needs. I know somebody needs this is the way, because I had my stuff written down and everything that I wanted to talk to you all about. And sometimes I would just allow, I'm one of those people that allow the spirit to flow. I allow the spirit to flow. So check your money mindset. Are you able to talk about money freely? Are you able to talk about money freely? If you get choked up when it's time to talk about money, then you need to really, really check your money paradigm. What is your limiting belief about money? Do you believe in abundance? Do you believe that abundance is yours? Do you believe that? And I would love, like, I would love for you to stop thinking of your parents. Stop thinking of, where you come from. Stop thinking that, oh, the economy, the government, the this, the that. It has nothing to do with that. It's you. Nothing is stopping you from being in abundance. Nothing is stopping you from calling abundance to you. If you feel that you have some limiting beliefs, begin saying some affirmations to yourself. I am a money magnet. I am a money magnet. I love money. Money loves me. I love money. Money loves me. Write a letter to money. I remember when my earlier coaches, they told me to, we were going through the program. She said, write a letter to money. I'm like, write a letter to money? I would have never thought of that. Write a letter to money. Let money know that this is what you've been thinking all this while. Rather, you didn't know that it was a taboo. You didn't know that was a no-no. Like, I've noticed some people from from a certain place in Nigeria, and I'm not going to say the name. There's a certain state in Nigeria, and they always, say, you behave like the people from this area. because everything about them is money, 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 money. They work so hard for that money. They love good things, but they work so hard for that money. They work hard for that money. They will get the toughest of the toughest of the hardest, most hardest profession just to make sure that they have that money. When you are supposed to be a master of money. You're supposed to be a master of money. Last year, I actually wanted to talk about this on Facebook now, but last year, a lot of people between 2020 and 2021 lost a lot of money to all this crypto and my husband and I, oh my God, personally, we lost a lot. I didn't understand really the step by step, the steps that you need to have. I didn't know it at that time really. Certain things I've always done, so I would not worry about it. But you cannot bank. You cannot bank on another person's intentions. I will always tell the girls that we were with that company, like, don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be all right. Stop thinking of the negative. Stop thinking of the negative. Oh, Rashida, what do you think? I think the company's gonna go away. I think the money's gonna disappear. Stop worrying. I never worried. I just used the money to get what I want. It was coming and I was using it. I wasn't worried. But when there's a lot of spirit, a lot of people thinking or having the same vibration, thinking on the same wave, bandwidth, and all they're thinking is, this company is going to go. They're going to lose this money. They're going to, even though they see the money every single day, but the only thing they're thinking is they're going to wake up one day, the money's going to be gone, the company's going to be gone. They're going to wake up one day, the money's going to be gone, the company's going to be gone. And one day. So even being that I was even positive, when one of me is positive, but 20 of them is negative, which one do you think is going to carry more bandwidth? Which one do you think is going to carry more wave towards spirit? The negative. So a lot of people are saying these companies going to close out, it's going to close out, it's going to close out. It's going to close out. Because this is what's going to happen. Even if the person who owned the company had no intentions to close out, but because the negative vibes that are coming from everybody in the team, it will begin to allow things to happen. Doors that should be open will begin to close, 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 close. Doors will begin to close because the spirit, the energy that's coming out of many is saying that it's going to close. That's what it's saying. It's going to close. I'm going to wake up one day, it's not going to be there. But every day they're pulling out money, pulling out money, pulling out money. But the mindset that they have is, be careful. Take out as much as you can. It's going to close. We are spirit. Before this physical that you see, we're spirit. It's a spirit that lives in us. It's a spirit. It's that spirit that transitions. And the physical body remains. It's dirt. It's dirt. So when your spirit is pouring out, it's going to close. 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 Get as much as you can now. It's going to close. And many of you are talking on the phone. It's going to close. All of you now you're in agreement. It's going to close. And then when it closes, oh, Rashida, I told you so. Now look at them like, yeah, you have that much power and you allow it to happen. Now some of your money stuck in there. My money's stuck in there. But because I know that money flows to and through me, I'm really not bothered. I was at that time depressed for a minute. You know why? Not really for myself, but more for the people that I invited, more for the people that I thought were entrepreneurs, more for the people that I thought that, they understood money. They understood positive spirit. But that was not the case. So when things like that happen, try to find out, when things like that happen, know that there's a lot more people wishing bad than wishing good is the reason why that happened. Guys, let's get out of our fear. Bob gave us this this thing that you can say about money, and it said when you want money, it says, I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantity through multiple source of income on a continual basis, on a continuous basis, on a consistent basis. I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me through multiple streams or multiple sources of income. Okay? Money comes to me in increasing quantity through multiple sources of income on a continual basis, on a consistent basis. Remember, I was telling a story about a pastor or clergy that Joseph Murphy was speaking to, and the man had a limiting belief about money. Because they will always tell you money is the root of the love of money is the root of all evil. But they don't finish the rest of that saying in the Bible. So Joseph told him, don't you know when you talk negative about money, you repel it to stay away from you. Everything in the spirit realm is happy. Can you imagine you have a 3-year-old, 4-year-old who's just always grumpy? The spirit of a child should always be happy, unless they are either hungry or their diaper is wet, but they should always be excited. They're active. That's how the spirit is, active. There's only human beings that look at the things that are around us, that are before us, and we allow those things to dictate how we feel. You hear a news about somebody that something happened to them. Yes, you don't like what happened to them, but don't get yourself to begin to embody what happened to them to the point where it begins to happen to you. And that's happened to me. I remember when my daughter went to go get her tooth pulled, her wisdom tooth. I took her there, I waited, and I picked that, and I waited for her, and they put it back in the car, and she began to just, and for some reason, I had no idea that I was embodying her pain. That day, that night, my teeth started hurting. And it started hurting real bad. Oh my God, it was so bad. I was wondering, like, what in the world is going on here? Stop embodying other people's mischiefs. Stop embodying it. Don't do that. Do you know that pastor? And I'm going to read to you exactly what they told the pastor to say. It says, Joseph Murphy told him, if you do this and continue to do it and to say it often, you just begin to see the universe move on your behalf. It says, I am now writing in my subconscious mind the idea of God's wealth. God is the source of my supply. And I know that God is the life principle within me because I'm alive. My needs are met at every moment of time and point of space. God's wealth flows freely, joyously, and ceaselessly into my experience. I'm going to put it up because I want to read it for you. And I give thanks for God's riches in wealth and health forever circulates in my experience. I want you to write it down. I'm going to say it again. I'm now writing in my subconscious mind the idea of God's wealth. God is the source of my supply. And I know God is the life principle within me because I'm alive. All my needs are met at every moment of time. God's wealth flows freely, joyously, and ceaselessly into my experience. And I give thanks for God's riches in wealth and health forever circulates in my experience. The clergy said that morning and night and afternoon, and he just kept saying it, and he believed it, and he kept saying it. He said it in joy. Things just began to happen. Doors began to open. And the man had more than he can ever imagine. Months later. Continue. Don't ever stop. Let your money mindset be a money mindset of abundance. Spend money. Go places. Get the feeling. How do you feel when you are in a high-end department store? How do you feel when you are doing the things that you love to do? How do you feel just knowing that, oh my God, yes, I have to pay my child's school fees. It is done. How do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel? If you don't change your existing reality, you will never really experience the joy of abundance that your Creator has on earth for you. And to change your reality, you have to replace it with a better existing model. So I've started a membership because I feel that the people that are able to that are paying for my program, amazing. But I want to really, really give back and really help a lot more people to experience what a lot of people who truly know this secret are experiencing. You may read the book, The Secret. I even have it up there. You may read that book, The Secret. You may even watch it on watch the show. But there's nothing like having a community where you have accountability of people that will hold you by the hand when you're just about to give up. When I started having or acquiring coaches years back, I never think that, oh, I don't have this money. I don't have this money to pay this. I don't have this money to pay that. No. I'd be like, God, I really want to do this. How I'm going to get this money, I don't know, but I really want to do this. And I get excited in expectation knowing that it's coming my way. I did that even when I didn't even know of all this stuff. I did that. So, but the membership is at its all-time low. And I'm saying this to help you. I was with my mastermind the other day, and I love them because we help each other. Like, my limiting belief was that I had a limiting belief about money, though. Um, the limiting belief that I had about money was that I didn't want too much of it. I just wanted enough to be okay. But that wasn't good, because if I have enough for me to be okay, how can I be a blessing to other people? How can I help God with this, with building humanity? That's what we're here for. All the stuff that we have going on, houses, cars, vacation homes, amazing relationships with people, um, these huge houses, Dubai. If you've ever been to Dubai, how are we able to have these things? And God gave us idea. We human beings did it, built it. The idea came from a person who allowed themselves to get the idea. Idea will only come to you if you allow yourself, if you allow the spirit to flow through, flow to you, flow through you. Yeah, you'll get amazing ideas to do amazing things, and then if you follow through and you don't knock it out and say, "Nah, that's not possible. Oh, nah, I can't do that. I can't do that." You can. You just don't want to, or you don't want to put the time that it takes to do it. With all of that being said, because I can literally go on and on, I love talking about these things. So this is what my mindset crew did for me. I mean, I said my mindset, my mastermind. Because before, I would want to give certain things that I felt was so beneficial. Just, just take it. Just take it. Be blessed by it. It's not everything that you give for free that blesses a person. Some people are just wired that way. It's not everything. You're giving people things for free all the time. You're not really blessing them. If you're a coach on here, if I'm not talking about, you have clothes, you give somebody your clothes, or you give people clothes for free. That's not what I'm talking about. No, 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 no. I'm talking about something that is your bread and butter. Something that, that's where you get your source from, your stuff from. And I used to do that. I would give it to people for free. I'd be like, "Oh, okay, don't worry about it. Just come, just come." Some you can do that, but not all. So my mastermind sisters helped me to see that sometimes it's not good for you as a person, because what you give, they say the hand of the giver is on top. I'm giving you this. I'm blessing you with this. I'm 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 empowering you with this. And you bring nothing to the table. And you don't take it as seriously as you should. Or you do take it seriously, but you put nothing down in order to seal that deal. What now happened is that what I'm giving you may not really be effective in you or to you. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Because you did not seal the deal. So because I know not everybody have the thousand, which my time millions is worth, I did a membership. The membership, I started with the angelic number of 222. So it's $22 a month, or $222 for the year, right? I did that for a certain amount of time. And those who got in, their grandfather didn't at the 22. Now it's at 77 a month. You see, you're hearing on YouTube, right? Go on YouTube. Listen, get empowered and do all of that. You're not really giving YouTube anything but your time, right? You're watching your time. You're giving them your time. Or you're giving whoever you're watching your time. So you hear all these goodies from YouTube. And you've been listening, you've been doing it for a while. But your life probably changed this much, but never really changed. You never really see the quantum leap. You never really see the big essence of, wow, this is what. You know why? Babes, you never seal the deal. You're running away from making a payment in order to get everything for free. And what that does, it limits you from getting your blessings. Give, and it will come back to you. Good measures, pressed down, shaken together, run it over, with men give unto your bosoms. So when they told me, they said, Rashida, you are doing people that come to you a disservice when you give them things for free. The blessing is not able to activate in their life as it should. I was shocked. And if truly, my goal is for you to be successful, if truly, my goal is for you to be blessed, you have to seal the deal. So instead of doing this high end or high ticket price, I decided to do 7-7. That you can do. But don't get into the mindset of, yeah, let me do it for a month and see what she's talking about and da da da. You can do that, but don't think it like in a negative way, because you just call a negative spirit to that energy. Do it like this. Wow, let me see what Rashida's talking about. Let me get up in there for 77. At least we see what she's doing, what she's talking about. And if it's something that I feel like I'm gaining from or I'm being blessed by, $77, that's less than a couple of Starbucks that you drink a day. Because if you drink Starbucks, the cheapest of Starbucks is $5. You drink it every day, Monday through Friday, 25 days. Calculate 25 times 7. I mean, calculate 25. Yeah, calculate 25 times 5 or 25 times 7. That's more than being held by the hand. You're going to be held by the hand. I'm going to be teaching you weekly. I'm going to be teaching you weekly. You're able to ask questions. There's so many freaking coaches out there. So many. And all of you are not, I'm not supposed to be shepherding. I mean, this is not for everybody. It is for everybody, but I know that some people belong under the voice of somebody else. Some people belong under the voice of somebody else. It says, my sheep will hear my voice, and another they will not follow. So if you're hearing the sound of my voice and you love listening to me, it's time for you to grow. It's time for you to get to that place where you know that you should be. You know that you should be. It was so crazy because my heart went out to a lot of, clergymen and the church. And I want to be a blessing to them by educating them on this it's not new. There's nothing that's new about what I'm saying. I want to be able to help. And if you're a pastor, if you're hearing me, I want to come and train or teach and show your workers, what they need to be equipped in order to be able to see more blessings, more open doors in your church, in your ministry, and in their personal life as well. Because if an individual have an issue within, and then we come into a congregation of many, and many of them have an issue within, then the congregation is going to have an issue within. So if many of you don't know, I literally help individuals, families, corporations to be able to live the life that they want, to be able to get what they want in this life. I teach them the laws that surrounds our life, the laws that surrounds money, the laws that surrounds peace. I teach them. And I give them life experiences of what have happened to me through this journey. I want to thank you all for listening. I took longer than usual. I don't know what happened. Like in the beginning, it was just not flowing. I don't know, but I'm about to hop on to complete the letter that I want to send out to some clergies, because I really want to be a blessing. It's not about the money, because what you put down, I'm not earning my money from you. I earn what I earn from God, from source. I do my part. When I heard that from my mastermind sisters, I was able to understand why giving in church is so important. You sit there under the voice of a person who has done their studies, they've prayed, they've done everything in order to bring you amazing word on a Sunday, on a given day. You have to use something to seal that deal. So when you make noise about tithes, and that means that you have some type of limiting belief. There's something that when it comes to money with you, your brain just shifts. And if you do not break that, you will still remain the same, no matter how much you make. I know some people that make a lot of money and they don't even know where the money go. They don't know where the money go. They don't know what they do. Tell them to sit down and write it all down. Like, they don't even need to sit down and write it all down. They need to just break some stuff. And that's something that you can do. So join me. I'm going to have the link. I'm going to have the link below. I'm going to put that below for how you can be a part of our membership. We're going to do a lot. I'm so excited. About how I'm going to be taking people. I'm so excited for the idea that God has given me. Yeah. So thank you so much for being a part of my family, being a part of my world. Always, reaching out to me and saying, Rashida, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. Thank you so much. And I just really appreciate you. And if there's anything that you would like me to talk about, because it was somebody that said, Rashida, please talk about money mindset. If anything else that you would like me to talk about, just put it in the comment section or just reach out to me. And I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye, y'all.